Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. This is Kathy from Divine Debut 11. Welcome to our channel here. Thank you for joining me. My most loyal followers, always here. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas, and I'm wishing you a wonderful, healthy, loving, and prosperous 2024. So I'm wishing you all a happy new year. This is what we will be looking at with a divine spread today. Now, I know we haven't done one of these for such a long time, and that is, of course, we've also opened up another channel, Divine Debut 12, which is much more shorter videos. So I've been quite busy, as many of you know, as a lot of you have already subscribed there. Make sure you're subscribed so that you could receive the little messages or even the questions that you've asked, that you're wanting answers to. You're receiving them from Divine Debut 12, and the link, of course, is beneath this video. Today, I just want to announce to you that we've already done January, February, March of 2024 for each individual sign. So you may want to check those out, as we also extend them through Patreon and through our website. So again, the links are beneath this video if you're interested to see what's coming up in the first quarter for your Sun, Moon, Rising, your Venus, Mars, and your North Node. All right, today we're doing the Divine Spread, and we're using the Druidcraft Tarot deck, but we're using only the Major Arcana cards. Many of you are very familiar with the Divine Spread that I've formulated. We've been doing this for a few years now, but today being such a special day, it's the 30th of December of 2023. I thought that I would do this a little bit differently. Just take the Major Arcana cards. I will be talking about the position for those of you that are new here. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and your loyalty. It helps the channel. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead, and I'm thinking at the end of the reading to take one Major Arcana card from this same deck for each sign for 2024. So this divine spread, with this divine spread, we're looking at how the year of 2024 is going to open up. Now, because these are Major Arcana cards, this is a message coming from the divine and from spirit. Okay, and at the end I will be taking a message from the Lightworker Oracle as a collective advice. Okay, dear Spirit, thank you for joining us here. My archangels, thank you for your guidance with this divine spread. Please show us. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for you concerning 2024. Whenever you receive this message, it will be important for you. Yes, the Major Arcana cards, they are the Hand of Spirit and the Divine, so you can also look at this reading from another perspective, which would be the collective Karma Dharma. Okay, so dear Spirit and angels, thank you for your guidance concerning 2024. We'll be happy to see the end of 2023. Let's hope for peace, for resourcefulness and abundance, and a sense of togetherness through humanity, concerning humanity. Let there be peace in the world, dear Spirit. Let there be light, let there be awakening, and let there be togetherness and love and peace. Okay, getting the goosebumps as I'm saying that. Please, Spirit, guide us to the divine spread. What is the message for the collective and for the individuals concerning 2024? How do we leave 2023, move on to 2024? All right. I think we're done. We also will be taking from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart to see what is the potential where love is concerned, matters of heart. And love comes in many forms. It's not only romantic, remember? And they also are just major arcana cards. So, first of all, I want to see, generally speaking, what the Karma Dharma card is for 2024. We have rebirth. Rebirth. Okay, a rebirth. And this is the Judgment card, my dear friends. Yes, it is the Judgment card, so therefore it is the energy of Pluto. And we all know, most of us here, as we love astrology, and we always reference astrology here on Divine Debut 11. Divine Debut 12 is only tarot. That's the difference between these channels. These are much deeper readings here, much longer readings, and that's why we opened up a new channel for those of you that don't have the time, you want quick messages. So I'd love to hear your suggestions on questions you want answered for Divine Debut 12 so that we could answer them there. So humanity and individually, and we're all part of the collective, as we know, we're all going through a rebirth. There's a moment of crisis, very important decisions that need to be made. We are leaving things behind, as we know Pluto, for a second time, the second time in our recent history, or as long as we've been alive, nevertheless, because Pluto does the whole cycle of the zodiac. It takes 248 years to do the whole zodiac sign, the whole zodiac wheel. And that's why this is the first time that we are experiencing Pluto in Aquarius, which we already felt in March until June of 2023. Now, around the 20th, 21st of January, Pluto is ingressing again back into the sign of humanity, the humanitarian, which is Aquarius, the socializing, the groups, our affiliations, our friendships, our wishes and dreams. As we know, humanity is going, we're in the foyer of the opening of the age of Aquarius, and that's why life has been so challenging and so changing and going through a death process. And we know Pluto is very slow, as is the process of a death and metamorphosis on a very deep, fundamental level. So we are going through crisis, and each of us in our own and collectively speaking, but it is called the rebirth, which to me, and with all the dangers and the fears and the inability to feel safe, secure, whether it's health issues, whether it's financial issues, whether it's relationship issues, we've gone through many testing moments since the great conjunction of 2020, when all this began. And usually with astrology, every 10 years is a different cycle, every 20 years is a huge cycle. And if we look back into history, around the 1920, 1820, 1720, 2020, these are very important moments for humanity. So obviously it was a portal, 2020. We also had the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius at that 0 degree, where Pluto is going to step over again early, mid-January. So Pluto has not finished in Capricorn, so he will revisit Capricorn, the last degree of Capricorn, in September for a couple of months. But this is very important now because his stay will be quite long in Aquarius. So obviously this will be very important for those for the fixed signs, I should say, Aquarius, Aquarius opposite is Leo, Taurus and Scorpio. If you have got planets or angles around the first 2-3 degrees of those fixed signs, then this is very important for you now in the next year or two. But we've all got those fixed areas in our chart and those signs, whether we've got planets there or not. Okay, so we see the hare here, which means rebirth, a quickening up of the energies. Obviously, Pluto leaving Capricorn, since he's been transiting since 2008, we've seen another sort of cycle of 15 years, which was very challenging, as the power was with the powerful, the people that hold the control over humanity. Now that is shifting. Pluto means riches, death, resources, control, holding on to the power nevertheless, right? But also big changes as Pluto slowly works his magic and takes away things from our lives that are not meant to be there anymore. So yes, the riches, the money, the resources are changing and they're coming for humanity, for the human, the humanitarian, the awakened, the ingenious. I know that there is a lot of technological advancement with Aquarius as well. We're seeing so many advancements in AI and technology, and where is this all going to lead? I truly feel the power is within the human. We hold intelligence that we don't know of. So let's not fear the future. Humanity is going through a rebirth. But there is a sense of continuation from 2023 and onto 2024. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy year, but the further away we get from the 2020 mark, we remember it was one of the toughest years, right? That we've lived through, nevertheless. We can also look back to the beginning of, the 2000s, again with the Twin Towers, big changes then as well. So moving away from those beginnings, those new cycles, those new situations or seeds that are planted, which they are seeds of change, obviously. We're moving away from those difficulties and we're going upwards. Humanity is going to survive. Humanity is going to make it. It's just that there is so much change and it's just really, really hard as times are changing so quickly to try and keep up and even just be able to survive. There's a lot to do with change, and we know that Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so change needs to come from the mind, the perception, and then lead on to the heart and the action that we take. All right, so everything begins with a thought, a perception, an idea, and the way we look at things. So yes, it's been hard pertaining to our resources, to our finances, so many changes going on in the world, and we're trying to keep up. But there are second chances. We've got the help of Spirit and the Divine. This is the energy of Archangel Michael, saying that it's a time of resurrection of our lives, of humanity, of our personal, individual situations. Something to do with our lives, nevertheless, is going through a rebirth. And this is obviously karma. Because it is the karma dharma position, it does speak to letting go, purging, and letting that anything karmic that humanity or us individually have been carrying, this is wearing away. This is purging. We're needing to take off that dead skin. We're taking one layer off at a time, right? And we are going through a rebirth. But the rebirth is through crisis, my friends. Remember, what doesn't kill us will make us stronger. Let's see now where we are coming from. Remember, I am talking collectively as well as individually. Where are we coming from and the past? This is the seed of the divine spread. And we have the High Priestess, and I feel that this has got a lot to do with humanity's awakening, going through an awakening, joining forces spiritually, joining through the mind, through the soul, through the heart, through sacrifice, compassion, belief. Remember that the High Priestess, she is all about wisdom. She holds the wisdom. I do feel that there has been a lot of lack of clarity and a lot of confusion for all of us. As we know, Neptune is transiting through its home sign of Pisces. This is the energy of Pisces. I always look at the opposite sign as well. So the axis of Pisces, Virgo. Pisces is sacrifice. Pisces is also the 12th natural house, which means that we're dealing with karma, through the karma that we're purging, through solitude, through health crisis, through not only physical health, but also emotional, mental, psychological health crisis. Humanity is going through an awakening, and an awakening never happens easily. It does happen through crisis. And Neptune transiting through Pisces has been very, very hard, because that area of our charts personally is where there's a lot of confusion. Pisces can also speak to a Neptune, which rules Pisces, can speak to propaganda, lies, deception, fake news, fake journalism. So trying to steer the focus of the collective in a certain direction whilst other things are going on in the background. So remember, the 12th house being Pisces, things going on behind the scenes that we're not meant to know about. Deals, conversations, business going on behind the scenes. And a lot of possible endings, a lot of karmic situations playing out. Remember, the 12th natural house of the zodiac is an ending. It is a huge ending. And my dear friends, collectively speaking, obviously, we've all got Pisces somewhere in our charts. That's where the confusion is. But remember, Saturn also has entered Pisces. So Saturn could be needing to we're needing to see the truth where there has been confusion, where there has been illusion. Saturn is like a grounding, heavy energy that we're needing to see the truth, wake up from our slumbers with whatever that area of the chart of Pisces is concerning for each of us collectively. Because Saturn in Pisces can also be the dissolving of any boundaries. As we know, Neptune is a further out planet than Saturn. So therefore, Neptune rules Saturn. So Saturn is the boundaries, the rules, the regulations, the craziness, I can say. Because remember that Pisces is like a sense of escapism. It's got to do with medicines, with the divine, but also a huge illusion, not seeing the truth. So Saturn is trying to bring us the truth. Remember that Pisces it's getting lost out there in the ethers. Saturn gives us, provides us with an ability to be able to sort of ground ourselves. But remember, these two, Saturn and Neptune, they will be connecting, which will be a major shift again in humanity. We will be able to see the truth where there was the deception. We'll be able to also, Saturn can speak to punishment. Punishment for the illusion, for the deception, for the wrongdoings, nevertheless. These two planets will be connecting. They will be connecting 2025, the second part of 2025, and again entering. They will be holding hands and entering the sign of Aries in 2026. So I do feel that from now, 2024 until 2026, we still have a little bit of, road to cover. But I feel that from then on, things will be totally different. It will be a totally different situation. So the High Priestess, my dear friends, number 2, she's a number 2, and 2s speak to segregation, separation, or coming together. 2s always also speak to choices, decisions. What we need to understand is that, yes, humanity is going through an illusion. It's as though we're watching a film, and it feels as though things are not real. Things are very hard to believe. Is this real, or is this AI generated? That's what we're going through in 2024. We need to trust our intuition, obviously. I'm going to say also, because a rebirth and a judgment, the judgment energy as karma, it's not an easy phase that we're going through. So we need to trust in the divine plan, trust in the guidance from divine source, and pay attention to your higher self and what that is telling you. Okay, let's see what is hidden. What is hidden that we don't know about? We have the Magician. So the Magician is Gemini as well as Virgo, the energy of Mercury. Mercury, which is the messenger of the gods. The Magician is an ace, which says, as above, so below. Whatever's going on in the sky, in the stars, is reflected down here in our 3D life. The Magician gives us the tools, the logic, the intelligence, and the ability to be strategic, logical, intelligent, to do our homework, to read up, to study, to check our information. Remember that this is Mercury, and Mercury does speak to the children as well, to the younger generations. It speaks to the student, it speaks to your cousins, your uncles, your extended family, your close environment. And the Magician, of course, can also speak to trickery, not where there's no logic, where the information that's being supplied to humanity and to you, you need to check your information. Remember, Mercury also speaks to movement. It is the student. It is the information. It does rule education. Educating ourselves about what's really going on, right? Don't believe everything that you read. Sometimes messages can be very confusing because, of course, Mercury speaks to communication, correspondence. It speaks to writing, publishing, short distance travel, anything that helps us either be able to communicate well, to move, to travel. Mercury does rule anything that gives us the ability to transition, to move, whether it's our close environment or whether it's further away. Check your information, do your homework, study, try and read between the lines, discern with what you're reading, what you're understanding, check your information. Nevertheless, the magician, though, also, and what we don't know, is that as above, so below. When we've got good aspects, we've got the ability, the stars align for us to have all the tools to make the magic. As long as we're open to new ideas, to understanding, and to logical ways of doing things. Remember, Mercury is the left brain. It speaks to, our mechanical actions, what we do on a daily basis. But Mercury can also speak to trickery. So make sure you're checking your information, as Neptune in Pisces can be the huge deception, the deception of humanity, the deception of the Pisces part of your chart. All right, so what we don't know is that there is a new beginning. We've got an ace up our sleeves. As long as we are logical, as long as we are ready to, and we need to multitask just like Gemini does. We're needing to make decisions, and we're needing to come together with others as twins. Remember that humanity, we've got nothing that separates us. We've got more that brings us together than separates us. Okay, and when we're talking about twins, this could also speak to very important relationships coming into our lives where we fit each other like a glove. Of course, the twins are also siblings. Remember, we're all brothers and sisters, possibly also new beginnings, a lot of communication with siblings, with your close environment or your extended family. Okay, and also collaborating within a group. Now, let's go on to the recent past. We have the Lord, which is the Emperor. And the Emperor, of course, we know is the energy of Aries, could be any other sign. The Lord would be a king or a queen or a world leader, a president, a prime minister, or someone that holds the power or the control within your life, within your country, so on and so forth. This is the Emperor. And the Emperor is usually, he holds the power over his empire. So we are talking possibly about a world leader on a collective scale, on another level, on a more personal level. The Lord, the Emperor, would be someone that holds the power within your environment, your personal life. Someone who is in charge. Someone maybe that was, because the shadow side to the Emperor would be someone that's quite controlling, someone that's got possibly also a lot on their plate, someone that does not show emotion because they've got too much, there's too much at stake. They need to hold a position of strength. Showing their emotions is a sign of weakness. The Lord as an energy, the Emperor, is a number 4, which speaks to our homes. So because I see him as the captain of the ship, the person that holds the control or the power, the one that is willing and able and has got the ability to hold the ship afloat, is there trying to do that, trying to not let the ship sink. Okay, the Emperor could be anyone. It could be you in your own personal life. But we know that it is a difficult position to uphold. It asks for a lot of stamina, a lot of strength, a lot of courage, and a lot of can-do attitude. There's no reason to say I cannot. We've got strength from within. We've got the ability to fight, to lead, to take charge, to be courageous, moving forward in our personal and collectively speaking lives. So a lot of decisions and decisive decisions. Remember, the Emperor is also a father. He's the boss. He's the CEO. He's at the top of his game. So I'm going to say also that possibly also laws, the laws of the community, the laws of the world, maybe have been a little bit strict, right? Which maybe was a bit of a downfall or quite challenging. Logically, I would say the Emperor would be someone, because I always say that the light is always stronger than the darkness, that the intention of this leader is a more positive, loving one than a negative, okay? Now, this is the recent past position, so I don't know how recent or, how further back it is for you, but nevertheless, remember that the Emperor holds a position of power. He does provide us with security, and this could also be a very important person that is in your life, that has got a lot that they're dealing with right now. Sometimes, just using an example, and knock on wood, there's some urgent matter going on where the Emperor needs to focus on that first, and therefore he leaves the rest of his crew to take care of the ship while he's at at the most, he's at the wheel. He's at the wheel trying to steer away from the rocks, So sometimes we need to take on the color of the Emperor ourselves, but I still do feel that there is support here, even if it may not have seemed that way in the recent past. Let's look at the now. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. So a lot to do with enlightenment, going within, seeing the light, going through a process of possibly healing, looking for guidance. The Hermit is a number 9. Yes, it is in the Northern Hemisphere. It is flu season, so the beginning of the year would be more so pertaining to physical health, but I'm not going to leave our emotional and our psychological health, as the Hermit could also be a doctor. It could be a spiritual teacher, someone that's entering your life, someone that you're seeking guidance from, or you're receiving the light from within. I do feel that this is part of the process of humanity and of us separately, that we've gone within, especially through these challenging times, with the energy of Virgo in the now. And in the now would be more so, obviously, because this is what 2024 is potentially bringing us. Yes, a lot of awakening. Yes, different methods, different ways of going through physical healing, holistic healing, things to do with psychosis. And again, it's got a lot to do with our awakening, but awakening up to the fact that we are not only physical beings, but we are also interconnected with God, with the universe, with the divine. Remember, the Hermit is a number 9, and 9s speak to endings, completion points. After the Hermit, the next step would be the Wheel of Fortune, and we know, obviously, that Virgo is a mutable earth sign, so all the mutable signs, because of Saturn in Pisces, which Saturn will continue to transit through Pisces, all the mutable signs, so Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini, are going through a more tougher phase than the rest of the signs. So remember, though, we've all got those mutable areas in our own chart, so we're seeking the guidance, we're receiving the light, the know-how. We've got the ability to discern. With the Hermit, we see a lot of solitude still. A lot of being away from being out there. Many people are still soul searching. Many people are still looking for their path. They're looking to complete possibly some cycle in their life and hoping for justice and truth, because the step after the Hermit is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, and it turns, the Wheel of Fate turns and brings new beginnings. Remember, the wheel turns always. So we're one step before justice. We're one step before the truth. But the truth is from within, dear friends, not only from externally from us. Our own truth for our own lives, through trusting our intuition, is the most important truth of all. Okay, so also Virgo rules the natural 6th house, which speaks to people that we collaborate with on a daily basis, our physical health, our work, what we're working on, service to the world. This is another thing that we need to come together and help those that are in need, because there are many in the world that are seeking our guidance, that are seeking our help, even small baby steps, small gradual steps, which is Virgo. We need to be grounded. We need to work together as a team. I see Virgo as an ant coming together and building on that bigger picture, building and holding each other up. Remember, Virgo also is shown as the virgin. She holds the wheat. So there's a sense of very similar to the Empress quality. There's great motherly support from the Virgin, Virgo. So let's come together and hold each other up. And let's get grounded where what is true and what is not is concerning. Okay? Let's see what we're aiming towards. What are we heading towards? What are our goals and our inspirations? We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Here it is, my dear friends. This is like, my God, I got the goosebumps. This is like, if we're looking at the divine spread, as I say many times, as, the zodiac wheel, a horoscope, right? This would be the top of the chart. Having Jupiter at the top, at the midday point of the horoscope, says that Jupiter is at the highest position. The truth will win. The truth will be shown to the world, because Jupiter is justice. It is truth. It is our truth. It also is, it's got to do with the law. It's got to do with optimism and abundance and happiness and expansion. The wheel is going to bring fated changes. Remember, after the wheel is justice, right? But also the Wheel of Fortune speaks to divine timing. It also speaks to freedom. We're coming out of the darkness, out of solitude. There's more optimism, there's more understanding, there's more connecting with the collective, there's more wisdom, there's more of an awakening, and also awakening to the truth. Remember, Jupiter in the 9th natural house of Sagittarius speaks to freedom. It speaks to the ability to expand, to explore, to learn. We're becoming philosophers with all that humanity is going through. Remember, at the top of the reading, we've got the wheel. So in divine timing, we're closing up cycles. We're almost there, as you could see here. Let's see what the action and advice is. Remember that Jupiter is transiting through Taurus, which is a money house, which is the house of self-worth, value, property, your money in the bank. You're also your physical body, right? So Jupiter is in the house of Venus, and he is going to be moving forward through Taurus and then entering Gemini. some point mid-year, late May. So he's wonderful. He's going to be wonderful there. A lot of intelligence, a lot of breaking free where there's been a holdback on our finances, on our resources. I do feel Jupiter will help us go through that understanding because he's the teacher. He's the generous, eye-opening teacher who's going to enter late May the house of the student. So we're going to have teacher-student situations, whether this is humanity going through more learning, big changes, obviously, big changes, a lot to do with our perception and understanding. I'm going to tell you that for sure. So it's going to be very, very positive indeed for the air signs. The wheel of fate, the wheel of divine timing is at the top of our reading. This is beautiful. Let's see what the action and advice is. We've got the Strength card. So Spirit is saying we're needing to be strong. We're needing to be patient. We're needing to be creative. We're needing to trust in our higher self. We're needing to come from a place of heart. Remember, Leo is confidence. It's creativity. It's giving birth to something, but we're needing to be patient. Yes, this boar is very strong, but the strength of the mind, of the heart, and of our higher self can overcome anything that is very difficult for us and is asking of us, first of all, to be patient. And second of all, that the fire from within at some point will be our driving force. This is the action and advice where we could be possibly revisiting old situations. Remember, we've got the infinity symbol in the Strength card. Leo speaks to confidence, leadership, romance, children, childlike energies, play. We need to add a little bit of play into our lives, a little bit of flirtation, a little bit of that magic. And we need to trust that whatever we're ready to take a gamble on, it will pay off. It will pay dividends. We do have Jupiter and the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, and the Sun. So a lot of wisdom pertaining to how to heal a situation, how to create and bring in abundance, how to be. And I'm going to say also, because we've got Sun, Jupiter very close to each other. So this is an expansion of luck, optimism, healing, physical healing of the inner child as well. Okay. And again, we're looking at leadership here. Let's look at what the possible outcome is. We've got the Chariot. This is very, very positive indeed, my dear friends. Lots of changes, lots of ability to move towards victory. We've got the ability to take charge, to get into that chariot and drive that chariot forward through decisiveness and not scattering our energy left and right. We will see a lot of change in our countries, in the place where we reside, in our homes, lots of changes connected to the past, extended family. Remember, the Chariot is the moon. So the Chariot is a number 7, and 7s do speak to difficult turns, but we've got the ability to overcome any obstacles and believe that we can hone in on the energies. We've got the black and white horse, right? So this is the dark and the light. This is our shadow side and our light side. They can work together because we carry that dark side within us. But a speck of light, as I say always, trumps and overcomes the darkness, can light up a dark room. So remember, in the Chariot, we've usually got the stars above, which is like someone aiming for their wishes, someone moving this Chariot, whether this is a business, this is a home, this is a relationship, this is any challenges with your children, any challenges pertaining to mother, children, right? So there's change, there's victory. Even though it's through difficulty, decisive action is what's important, okay? Let's see what and how the stars align. The hand of spirit and the divine. What is the advice concerning the alignment of the planets? And we've got the star, everyone. So Aquarius, Pluto entering Aquarius does promise hope, healing, freedom, truth, and wish fulfillments to us individually as well as us collectively. Beautiful. Aquarius, the Aquarius age, and I wanted to say in February we're having a 5-planet alignment in the sign of Aquarius. I've said this before. We're looking back at 1962. For those of you that are a bit on the mature side, we had an alignment of 7 celestial bodies in Aquarius then in 62. And remember then with, the flower power and a sense of freedom and breaking free from the conservative old way of doing things, like a sense of release, more freedom is coming in. Remember, Aquarius is a sign of freedom, intelligence, and where humanity is heading. This is beautiful. So the stars do align for humanity. There will be healing. Yes, we're running with technology. We're learning from technology, but we're also aligning as groups, coming together. Where politics is concerned, hopefully this is saying that those that sit in positions of power, they will let humanity breathe, or they will be doing things in different ways. This is looking towards the future, the age of Aquarius. There is a lot of promise here. Okay, and the star is something to do with the future. Yes, the future is here. And remember, past, present, future is in the now. So enjoy the moment now, and don't worry about the past and don't worry about the future. Live the present, because the future is going to come whether we like it or not. Okay, so we've got, interesting, as we've got the magician here, which is the left brain, and we've got the ingenious mind. And I feel that this is coming from the stars, from spirit. The help comes from the sky. Yes, it comes from the sky. We've got a wonderful, wonderful connection, a conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter, end of April in Taurus for all of us. Personally, this is a divine gift that we will all be experiencing coming up to April. Now, on a world level, because Jupiter can expand, Uranus is a little bit of it's stress, it's electricity, it's anxiety, it's huge changes. It could be harsh weather conditions, maybe a little bit difficult collectively, but personally, this is really promising. Okay. I want to take another layer, dear Spirit. So let's see. I want to see, first of all, the High Priestess. I think we've got enough cards to take another layer on each position. So let's look at the High Priestess at the foundation. We've got the World card. So huge endings, an accomplishment. The world is going through an awakening, surely. Through challenges, we're closing up a major life cycle, collectively and personally. And the World card, of course, speaks to accomplishment, coming together. We see Venus ready to be rebirthed, coming out of the womb, right? So we're birthing something. There's a new cycle that is beginning. Why do we have the Magician in the hidden position? We've got the Hanging Man. I'm going to hide the card a little bit because it is a little bit revealing. So I don't know if this is talking about the Pisces season, but yes, it is saying make sure you check your information. There's an illusion or there's a hold-up, or there needs to be some sacrifice. Sacrifice from those that can see through the veil, where they can deliver the news to the people. Remember, we're needing to see things from a different perspective. We are going through an enlightenment, and we are also going through a release. We're releasing karma. We're releasing, remember, Pisces, the 12th natural house is a very karmic, huge karmic cycle that's coming to an end. And I'm going to say also, we're not just believing in what we're being told, we're doing our own homework. We're checking our own information. We're going to be more, we're going to be intrigued, and we're wanting to figure things out. Remember, Gemini does not, they do their own research. They check their information. They don't believe in just any story that they're told. Okay, so they need to see things from both perspectives before they can make up their mind. Okay, so there's something that some of you have been waiting on. Yes, with a magician, there is the potential for a new beginning. What is this Emperor about in the recent past? A lot of lack of clarity with the moon, right? The moon is intuition, strong intuition, possible deception, possible things to do with things that are hidden. I'm going to say also possible depression. This Emperor may be dealing with a little bit of depression, or they're holding back on information. They're not wanting to release the information, let's say, as of yet, whether it's their personal life or things that are going on collectively within your country. Because the moon does speak to where we reside, our country. The moon also speaks to humanity. So we have not been told the truth yet. Okay, there are things that are hidden, that are being done, being taken care of behind the scenes. We don't have the revelations. We don't have the truth yet. I want to take one more card. And we've got the Fool. Here is the beginning. So something has begun. The Fool is Aries energy. It's also Uranus. So Uranus can speak to someone that's a little bit, if this Emperor has got Aquarius. Aquarius is a little bit the crazy one. The person who is within a group, but they're very different. It's the maverick. They do things in a very futuristic way, in a very different, very weird and wonky way. Yes, something has begun here. A new journey has begun. Remember, we've got the World card here. Something has begun, and I'm wondering if this is not around the Aries season of 2023. Unless this is talking about the Aries season in 2024, that things will be revealed about what began in 2023 Aries season. The Fool card, remember, is the new journey. It's knowing that Spirit has our back. Yes, something has begun, something that has not been revealed. Okay, and it could be a journey, it could be a literal, it could be a metaphorical journey. Let's see what the Hermit sees in the now position. What is this enlightenment that comes from the Hermit? We've got justice, beautiful. We do have justice here. Libra. This is Dharma. The scales will come into balance. What we see will be our justice. What we're meant to see will be our justice. Things that have been hidden will be shown. A lot of, collectively speaking, a lot of things pertaining to the law, possibly also new laws being formed, being birthed, that are in preparation. Remember, Libra also speaks to relationships, collaboration with others. Could be business, could be personal relationships. Remember also that the South Node, we've got Aries and Libra here. North Node is transiting still through Aries. This is what we're needing to follow. And we're shedding and letting go of anything to do with the past, anything that's run its course, anything that wasn't, that did not give us a sense of justice, anything that we felt was unfair. Now, a lot of enlightenment will come to humanity about injustices done to humanity. Okay, and I have total faith in the justice system. If there's been injustices and unfair rulings and laws being passed, I feel that we're coming more into balance in 2024. There are things that are going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of. Let's look at what the wheel brings humanity and what brings us as well. Wow, we've got the Tower. What did I say? Because this is Uranus for me. Jupiter and Uranus. Oh my God. There's a huge shift which is coming in probably around and coming up to April. Now, collectively, it's not going to be that easy, as I said, but personally, there's a huge shift, a huge change, and an ending to a difficult situation. What does the Tower and the Wheel bring? Because this speaks to massive truths. We've got the Lovers. And the Lovers speak to partnerships, collaboration with others, people coming together, divine connections. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Remember what I said about twins coming together? Yes, many people going through an awakening about who their twin is on a personal scale and making the changes. Many people are going to be going because they're seeing the light. Many people will be leaving relationships that were unfair, unjust, unclear, where there was deception. They're leaving those behind, whether they were business, partnerships, dealings with others, could be family members, whatever. Where I believe here that with the Lovers, we've got lots of decisions to make, and there will be a lot of truths that we may be shocked by, but also very happy to experience. Okay, the Lovers again is Gemini. Gemini, which is the trickster. So we've got we've got Mercury and Jupiter connecting here. So this is a lot of disclosure to humanity, a lot of truths and a lot of wisdom coming through the divine source, through mainstream media. I do feel that there's a lot of information out there that we will be finding out about, and we see the rebirth of relationships as well, because only relationships, partnerships that stand in truth can hold up. Where there's been deception and manipulation and all these negative words or emotions or acts. That's why I love that we've got the South Node in Libra. Libra is justice. It is fairness. Let's have a look at the Strength card. So the action and the advice. Wow. So here is the Empress, everyone. And the Empress speaks to pregnancy, speaks to birthing something new. Right? The Empress, the lady, this is what the advice is. We're needing to be patient. We've got 2 cards of patience. Something is being birthed. Something is being created. And this speaks to resourcefulness. This speaks to abundance. It speaks to luck. It speaks to love. It speaks to peace. coming into peace. And remember that the Strength card also is like, it's like an internal conflict, sort of wanting to press on the accelerator, to move forward. I desire to accomplish this, but Spirit is saying, hold your horses. Yes, the abundance will come. Yes, the love will come. Yes, we've got a 3. 3 is expansion and growth. It's also collaboration. It's the initial success point. So I don't know if on a collective scale, this could speak to that there will be a feminine archetype, important lady that will show up, that will be very, very strong. She's got the ability to lead as well. So, and I don't know if this is also a collaboration, okay? A collaboration, because remember that the Strength card, she's collaborating with her internal self, which is the boar. We've all got the yin and yang energy within us, and Leo is a masculine sign. So we've got the yin and the yang here. Here we've got obviously Taurus and Libra. Dear Spirit, what is this Chariot? Where are we heading towards? What do we need to know? We've got Archangel Michael and Temperance. So there's an alchemy going on. We're all going to go through healing. This is short distance, long distance travel. A lot of back and forth pertaining to movement. This is not only a small transition. This is a huge transition. This is like spreading our wings to the world. This is movement in our area, in our environment, but it's also expanding our understanding, our truth, sharing of ideas with other people. Temperance is saying, yes, humanity is going through healing. That heaviness is being turned into gold. Be patient. Balance, you will find your balance. You will find your footing. Spirit has our back always. We see a rainbow in the background, even though it's sort of coming through from, looks like a volcano, but it's a mountain. I don't know, energetically speaking. Again, I feel that something is being worked out. That there is a rainbow at the end of that storm, at the end of that rainbow. There is a pot of gold. Spirit is saying, be patient, trust that you will get to that. And let's have a look at the star. Oh my God, we've got the devil here. I don't want you to freak out because, of course, this is Saturn. We've got Saturn and Uranus here. Obviously, Uranus is a further out planet than Saturn. The devil is here, but also the star is. And this is what we're working and what we're needing to put our power towards. We're needing to heal anything karmic that we're needing to leave behind. The devil is like chains that we could be breaking away from. Some karma that we're releasing or healing. Or if we've been working for something in a very heavy way, working and not seeing the rewards. Of course, this is Saturn. Saturn will give us the rewards, I would say, from 2020, late 2025, going on to 2026. Uranus, remember, is the sky god. Uranus is the ability to break free, to break those chains from anything that's been really heavy, really hard, and very karmic. We find the resolution, the solution as to move away from something very difficult, but also where we've put in the work. Saturn is the difficult teacher, saying that your wish fulfillment is at a distance. It's at a timely distance. You need to believe that what you're working on will be returned to you. Let's take one more. And we've got the Death card, Scorpio. So now we've got Pluto, Uranus, and Saturn. They will be in good connection. They will be in very good connection, astrologically speaking, my dear friends, in 2024. Remember, the Death card is the end of a situation. It's purging, it's letting go. We are going through that rebirth. Obviously, death has to happen so that we could have that rebirth. We've got the High Priest. We need to believe. We need to keep the faith. We've got Taurus, Scorpio here. Taurus, Scorpio. Money. Changes within our money. Changes where self-worth is concerned. A huge change in our beliefs. What we believed in, we're now starting to become more spiritual. As I said, big changes within commitments, marriages, long-term relationships, and our beliefs. The High Priest, remember, holds 2 keys. We've got second chances. And the Sun comes through after a death process. Interesting. We've got the 4 fixed signs here. We've got Aquarius, we've got Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. These are the 4 fixed signs, which, as I said, we had the eclipses happening on the axis Taurus, Scorpio, which were pressuring Leo and Aquarius. Pluto is going to be triggering those areas of our chart. If you've got any planets or any angles in the fixed signs, know that whatever is changing, you've got second chances. Remember that fixed signs cannot deal with change. It doesn't happen easily. We have to go through the notion of a death process so that we could start to rebuild on something, let go and purge anything that did not give us value, self-worth, and a sense of abundance. The Sun comes through after the darkness of the Death card. And obviously, yes, those eclipses will be triggered in 2024. Mars will be triggering those eclipses. So again, even though it's important for the fixed signs, we've all got those areas in our chart. So big changes still coming through in those areas for all of us. And you know that the High Priest could also be another world leader on a collective scale that shows up just out of the blue. Someone that is going to be truthful, someone that will take a risk, someone that is going to help heal the path that humanity is on. Remember that the Sun in mythology is God Apollo, and God Apollo, he mastered a lot of craft, a lot. He was a musician, he was a healer, he was the teacher of Chiron, right? He raised Chiron the wounded healer. The Sun is our vitality. The Sun speaks to regeneration and health and clarity and vitality and happiness and matters pertaining to the heart and happiness of the inner child. There's so much hope here for humanity, my dear friends. The Sun also speaks to reconciliation with like-minded people that we are on the same level with. But this is what we need to see. We need to go through a death process before we can have those second chances, right? And obviously, the High Priest and the High Priestess. The High Priestess is in the seed, and the High Priest comes from the alignment of the stars. So the yin and the yang come together again. Of course, the yang is more, I'm going to take action, whereas the yin is very sort of attracting, being recessive, just being, right? Wow, okay. Let's see what's going on in love. How is love going to come through in 2024? And as I said, love comes in many forms. So which energies help or hinder love? Which planets? Planets are deities. They are energies, vibrations. Let's see what comes through for 2024 relative to love. Love comes through from friendships, family members, parents to child, child to parents, doing things that we love, doing things that make our heart happy, creating from the heart. Let's see what's going on, Spirit. Thank you. We've got heal and we've got the star again, and breaking free from any relationships that were negative and not meant to be with us anymore. Remember Uranus? Uranus is going to be connecting with Jupiter. That will obviously be either a sense of relief, release, or just a perception of understanding what is the truth, what is your truth. So love is going through healing. We've got new cycles opening up. People are ready to trust and take a risk on matters pertaining to heart. So we've got Aquarius, very strong Aquarius energies, and we've got Aries here. Mars. Mars is, yes, confidence, yang energy. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn. So breaking free from maybe traditional, going into untraditional relationships. Maybe also letting go of any karma, having worked through some karma with old relationships that needed to go through healing, and leaving the poison behind. Intelligent way to heal relationships, old relationships possibly also. And we've got the sun, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So the sun, remember, healing relationships. We've got Aquarius, Leo. Confidence, togetherness, creation, taking risks, new journeys, new cycles opening up. Remember that the sun also is very strong in Aries. So I'm wondering if the Aries season and the Leo and the Aquarius season are going to be very important for love and relationships, generally speaking. But this is also, we know Leo is also giving birth, flirtation, new relationships, new connections, playing, adding a little bit of play to all this serious stuff that's going on in the world. I love it. Absolutely love it, my dear friends. So I think I will leave this here. I will take now a message. Let's take a message for the collective from the Lightworker Oracle, for the collective as well as you personally. See if it resonates for you. And then I will pack the cards away, because I'm going to take one card for each sign. We will shuffle the cards and take one for each sign. So, dear Spirit, what is the advice? What is the general advice for 2024? Collectively speaking, and we're all part of the collective. So, what is the advice? 2024. Okay, we will take the top card, obviously. Thank you, Spirit. And we have Merkaba, Spiritual Protection. Let's read that. Let me show you that. let's read that. Number 25, which equals the 7. We did have the Chariot here. 25. Being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. To enhance receptivity, it can helpful to declutter and cleanse your energy field. This allows for that which is not rightfully yours to be shed. Sometimes this will include the disowned thoughts and feelings of others. When you release these thoughts and feelings, a spaciousness will grow within you. Then you can receive more of what is rightfully meant to be for you, your divine good in all ways. Be open, sensitive person can easily... An open, sensitive person can easily become energetically overloaded. From physical pain to emotional and psychological tension, an overload does not feel good. You may even feel like you are carrying others on your back or in your head. This added weight can drag your naturally light vibration down into anguish, doubt, fear, or despair. Your inner vision too may be obscured by the overload that can make it hard to discern what is yours and what belongs to another. Whether experiencing overload to your system is an unusual occurrence for you, or you have a tendency to absorb and process others' energies, common for healers, psychics, and mediums, artists, and other sensitive, open people. You will benefit from a spiritual cleansing. Afterwards, you may feel less inclined to connect with particular people or work on certain ideas, even if they seemed very important before the cleanse. This means that you are feeling yourself with others' input, and discerning the true priorities of your own heart. So, I'm going to read that again. This means that you are freeing yourself from others' input and discerning the true priorities of your own heart. To accept a spiritual cleansing now, repeat the invocation below, and then relax for as long as you need, with the oracle card resting face down over any part of your body that you can intuitively feel can use spiritual cleansing. You can repeat this process daily for 3 days or up to 3 weeks if you feel that you need it. Your rest can be for several minutes or up to half hour or more. If you fall asleep during your cleansing, that can allow for even deeper clearing. Pay particular attention to what you sense immediately after your cleansing. It is a time when you may become very aware of just who or what has been draining you and be able to lovingly but firmly say, "You must leave my energy field now and not return without my express verbal permission. Of my own free will, so be it. Of my own free will, so be it." This oracle is also a confirmation for those of you who have been questioning if a relationship, person, or situation has been draining you or transferring negative energies or thoughts into your energy field. Your insights are correct, and you can now use this energy clearing process to remove the cords of attachment and release any negative energy from that person or situation. So let's read the invocation difference. I call upon unconditionally loving divine protection. The sacred chamber of light, the Merkaba of divine light, is around me now. I choose of my own free will, under divine authority and grace, to release any and all connections, content, and contaminants that do not serve me through unconditional love. I choose of my free will to make my life journey in the most joyful and loving way possible. I open to divine grace for cleansing and protection of my integrity at all times. I am free to simply be in the truth of me. May all beings be blessed and protected. May all beings be happy and free. Through my own free will, so be it. So that would be a good idea, my dear friends. When you find some time to be able to do this, take some time, meditate, and listen to the message again and see if you cannot do this so that you could clear your space, clear your life of anything that is blocking any blessings that can come in. Remember the purging, the South Node in Libra. It could be relationships, it could be a sense of injustice pertaining to others, that you've been in your cave, you've been looking for the light, okay? You've been looking for a way to heal. Virgo can also be discerning and detaching, right? From whatever you've given service towards, that service has not been returned to you, and you're feeling a sense of injustice. Maybe it's time to break those chains, right? All right, my darlings, I'm going to pack the cards away, and I will come back with one card for each sign. I will have the timestamps below.